Hello, everyone, and welcome to Observations from the Fence Post. I'm your host, Robert, and today I will be doing a comic book review of the very first issue of the series Gideon Falls. Now, this is a deluxe hardback edition that collects issues 1 through 16. I have read all 16 issues, but I would like to cover them one by one. So, the first one I will cover is issue number 1. As you can see, this is a gorgeous hardback edition, as I mentioned. It is known as Book 1, The Legend of the Black Barn. This issue, or this series, and issues included are written by Jeff Lemire. Artwork is by Andrea Sorrentino, and our colors are handled by Dave Stewart. It is there we go. It's published by Image Comics. And this is really a fantastic edition. So this is a rendering of what we will come to know as the Black Barn. This is a mystery comic and also a horror comic. And here is a horror angle, which we will eventually reach into this series, but not in issue number 1. So let's take a look at issue number 1 in this hardcover edition. Okay. This is the cover to issue number 1. It's really a creative cover. As you can see, it looks like a cityscape, but it's also the shape of a person. So let's get into the story now. But I did like that artwork on this cover. So our story begins, obviously, in issue number 1 and features a whole range of characters. The first character we are introduced to is Norton. Now, Norton is walking around the city collecting trash. And we discover in issue number 1 that Norton has also seen a psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Zhu. So, like I said, Norton's walking around the city picking up trash like this. And he takes it to his home right here. And he puts it in jars, labeled jars. Okay. And as mentioned before, he does see a psychiatrist, Dr. Zhu. Okay. The next person we get to meet is Father Winifred. Now, Father Winifred is a Catholic priest who has been teaching at a seminary, but his bishop has asked him to come to Gideon Falls to replace Father Tom Chaseley, who has passed away. Now, Father Winifred really didn't want to come to Gideon Falls. He wanted to stay at the seminary. And later on in the series, we learn a whole lot more about that, a whole lot more of the backstory. But anyway, he does come to Gideon Falls. As he's coming to Gideon Falls, he does pass this bus driver right here. And that bus driver is a character featured later on. And he does make it to the church. Now, when he makes it to the church, he does meet a church member by the name of Jean Tremblay. And Jean Tremblay is a very active member of the church and was kind of the welcome committee, part of the welcoming, was the welcomer to Father Fred, as he likes to go by. He likes to go by Father Fred. And she welcomes him to the parish. And that is the setup for all the characters. Let me see if I can find here is more of Norton and how about that for an art spread by Andrea Sorrentino. Just really fantastic. I don't know, I'm flipping pages a lot, but you can see Mr. Sorrentino does not stay with the standard panel system throughout his comics. And here is a rendering of Dr. Zhu. So that's the characters. We are introduced to all these characters. We are introduced a little bit to Gideon Falls. And towards the end of this comic, the action picks up, the mystery picks up, and we are left on a pretty exciting cliffhanger that really does make you want to come back for more. So that is kind of a review. Issue 1 is a setup issue, like most issues in the series. So we are introduced to a lot of characters. There may be some slow moments, but it certainly is intriguing. And that's something that Jeff Lemire is very good at. He's very good at hooking you as a reader and making you want to just have more and stick with it. So let me look up some of the variant covers here that were released for issue 1. Okay, here we go. These are some of the variant covers that were released. This originally came out in 2018, and this beautiful hardcover was released in 2021. So let's kind of review a little slower these variant covers. So this variant cover features our main, one of the main characters, Father Fred. This cover features another main character, Norton. Out of all the issue 1 covers, I really like this one. This one features the Black Barn, and it certainly gives you that horror feel that the series delves into. And this one is a fascinating cover. As you can see, it has both Norton, Father Fred, the church, and kind of a landscape of Gideon Falls. So very, very intriguing start. I have read all 16 issues out of this first book, and I look forward to getting the second book and finishing the series. The second book, second hardcover edition, does finish the series. But I did want to go through them one by one, just like in 2018 when you had to buy them issue by issue by issue. So this was a review of Gideon Falls number 1, issue number 1. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy these reviews as much as I like doing them. So I appreciate it. If you do like what you hear, hit like and subscribe. It's appreciated. And remember, always keep it between the ditches, and peace.